Look, this first book that I'm going to read is called Lost and Found. And the author's name is Bill Harley. And then up here it says it's illustrated by Adam Gustavson. Okay. What's it say if it's an illustration? What does that mean? Yes, sir.
A picture.
It's a picture. It's who did the pictures of it. So that's who created the drawing. Sometimes that helps, doesn't it? If you can see a picture with the story. And so then the guy that wrote it is this author. His name's Bill Harley. So let's dive into this book. Lost and Found by Bill Harley. Where's your hat? Mom asked. I don't know, I said. It was my favorite hat. Blue and white with orange stars all the way around. It used to have a fuzzy red ball on top, but it fell off. Your grandmother made you that hat. I know. Well, what do we tell her when she comes to visit this weekend? I don't know. The minute you get to school tomorrow, go look in the Lost and Found. Okay, I said. But the next morning, I didn't go to the Lost and Found. I decided to find the hat myself. At recess, I looked by the basketball hoop and under the slide and behind the basketball backstop. I asked Davion if he had seen it. It's blue and white with orange stars all the way around, I told him. Nope, he said. Did you look in the Lost and Found? I made a face. I know, Davion says. I lost my baseball jacket last month, but I was too afraid to see Mr. Rumkowski. Can't you just go get another hat? Asked Jessica. I shook my head. Gran made that one for me, and I have to find it, even if it means asking Mr. Rumkowski. Uh-oh, they all said. Wow, what do you think about Mr. Rumkowski?
Probably he,
Do you think he sounds nice or mean?
Nice.
You think he sounds nice? What do you think?
I think he's, when he walks in there, then when he goes to the Lost and Found, then he's going to be like, what are you doing?
Yeah, kind of a little gruff, huh? I think you're right. I think it's maybe, they're kind of worried about Mr. Rumkowski. Let's see what it says. After recess, I looked for my hat in my desk and under the hamster. Whoa, under the hamster cage and behind the bookshelves. I asked Tamara if she'd seen it. No, she said. Did you see Mr. Rumkowski? I made another face. I know, said Tamara. I lost my sparkly purple scarf last month, but I was too afraid to ask him. I have lots of hats, Jimmy said. You can have one of mine. And I said, thanks, but I have to find it, even if it means asking Mr. Rumkowski. Oh no, they both said. The next day, my friends asked me if I'd found my hat. No, I said, I've looked everywhere. There's only one thing left to do. Go to the Lost and Found. But that means you got to go talk to Mr. Rumkowski, said Jimmy. Oh, said the others. I know, I gulped. He's really old. He's so old, he was the custodian when my mom went to the school. Yeah, said Jessica, he's always frowning and grumbling, and his office is way down at the end of that scary hallway behind the cafeteria.
That sound like Mr. Murray here at our school?
No.
No, is Mr. Murray not like Mr. Rumkowski?
Yes. Mr. Murray not old.
No, he's not
Mr.
old.
Murray don't have no hair.
That's true.
Let's keep the hair jokes down, okay, you guys. You know, I don't have any hair either here, so. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can keep going here. When I finished my lunch, everyone wished me good luck. I took a deep breath, then went down the dark hall and knocked on Mr. Rumkowski's door. "What do you want?" a rumbly voice asked. I lost something," I said. "Well, come in then." I slowly opened the door and peeked in, and the office was filled with mops and buckets and cans of that powdery stuff Mr. Rumkowski spreads on the floor when someone throws up. "Ew. What are you looking for?" said the voice. My blue and white hat with the orange stars all around it. It had a fuzzy red ball on top, but it fell off." There's Mr. Rumkowski. He does look kind of gruff, doesn't he?
I was right.
You were right.
Nice guy.
He could be nice though, right?
It's just that they think he's mean.
Yeah, we're going to have to find this out, huh? We don't know.
He grumpy.
We don't know. So, what's so important? He growled. It's from my grandma. She made it, I said. Mr. Rumkowski scratched his head. "I think I remember seeing a hat like that. Follow me." And that's when I saw an enormous box. "I'll get the ladder," he said. That's a big box to have a ladder.
Wow. Probably a blue hat.
I peered down into the box and peeked through the things on top. I didn't see my hat, but I saw Davion's baseball jacket and Tamara's sparkly purple scarf. When lunch period was over, I grabbed the jacket and the scarf and climbed back down the ladder. "I didn't find it," I told Mr. Rumkowski, "but I'll take these things to my friends. Come back sometime and let's look again." Davion was so happy to get his jacket back, and Tamara, she put her scarf on and twirled it around. Jimmy and Jessica and a kid I didn't even know asked me to look for something the next time I went to Mr. Rumkowski's office. "Did you find your hat?" my mom asked after supper. "Not yet," I said. "You must learn to take better care of your things, Justin. You're having to spend an awful lot of time looking for one hat." I didn't say anything. I knew that already. The next day, I went back to Mr. Rumkowski's. He dragged the ladder out again, and I climbed into the box, and I dug deeper, and I found all sorts of weird stuff, but no hat. "You can have those things you pulled out," said Mr. Rumkowski. "Nobody wants them." I said, "Thanks. Hey, I'll see you tomorrow." They're starting to kind of like each other, aren't they? Kind of like what you were predicting.
I just saw the hat.
Did you see it? My friends were crazy over all the stuff that I had found. I went back and looked through more stuff. The things I found were getting weirder and weirder, but still no hat. On Friday, my mom dropped me off at school early. "This afternoon when I pick you up, I'll have your grandmother with me." I didn't say anything. I knew that already. I went straight to Mr. Rumkowski's office. "Keep digging," he said. It seemed like he wanted me to find that hat as much as I did. But I was about ready to give up. Everything I was finding now was really old. Finally, I got to the bottom of the box. "Do you see it?" Mr. Rumkowski called down. "It's not here," I said. "Just this dumb old pink sweater." He said. "Try looking under it." I lifted it up. I think he's going to find it. There it is. "My hat," I yelled. "Blue and white with orange stars all the way around." Mr. Rumkowski helped me out of the box. "Are you sure it's yours?" "It's mine, all right," I said. Then I noticed that it had a fuzzy red ball on top, just like the one that had fallen off. I turned it inside out, and the tag said Sally. "Wait, that's my mom's name," I said. "This must have been her hat when she was a kid." Whoa! Mr. Rumkowski actually smiled. Come back anytime, he said. I put the hat on and went on to class. I wore it all day. When my mom picked me up, my grandmother gave me a big hug. I see you're still wearing that hat. Yes, I hugged her back. I made your mother a hat exactly like that when she was a little girl, Gran told me. I know, I said. My mom had a funny look on her face. I grinned, but I didn't say anything. Gran looked at me, at my mom, and then to me. I wonder whatever happened to the hat I made for your mother. Maybe you should ask Mr. Rumkowski, I said. Rumkowski, Gran said, is he still in that school? Your mother was always afraid of him, but he's really a nice old man. I nodded. I knew that already. And there's the pictures.
That's the end of the story.
That might be the end. Oops. To the students and teachers and staff at Paul Coffey School in Providence, Rhode Island, where I lost my hat all the time. So, isn't that funny? Well, that's a pretty good book, isn't it?